There was a culmination of things that happened. When I sent the engines back to Sterling initially to have them freshen up, I had taken the bell housings and the rear of the engines apart to use on the 388. When I sent the engines back to Sterling, I purchased what you would call the drive plates from a third-party vendor. I sent them with the engines and Sterling put them on. I screwed up. They did what they were supposed to. They thought I sent them to put them on, so they installed them. When the engines came back here, he put the crash boxes on, so the drive plate and the crash box were not meant to work together. So there was some friction and there were some clearance issues that Innovation was unaware of. So when we cranked the engines up, the crash boxes were putting pressure on the oversized flex plates, therefore it shoved the crankshafts forward and burned up the thrust bearings and the number 5 main caps on the engines. So that was our big snafu.
That's not right.
So when they went back to Sterling, immediately they tore them down. While I was there, we pulled the oil pans off and we saw that the number 5 mains had problems. So I left the engines there. When they disassembled them on one of the engines, it burned the main bearing and the main cap. It scored it bad enough that it couldn't be used. The other one, we didn't get so lucky. We had to put a new crankshaft in it. So when we found out that crankshaft was bad, then we had to get in line with Sonny Bryant. It took us about 37 weeks to get a crankshaft manufactured and sent back to Sterling. So it's been a little over 10 months now that this process has happened.
I'm gonna roll them over 4 or 5 revolutions and then I'll hit the ignite button.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, good. Good oil pressure. Water pressure is good. Fuel pressure good. I have the hot pressure coming out. Everything's good up here. Yeah.
So I was a little concerned, a little nervous, but after they fired the first time, I could hear it, that the engines were running so much smoother and with so much less resistance. And then after that, the jitters were gone after that.
I'm just gonna let them sit there and run for a few minutes. I'm gonna watch this and kind of let them get a little bit of heat in them.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, here we go.
So I can't give you the exact horsepower numbers. They're a little bit north of 1,500. What we did is we changed the boost, we gave it a little more timing, added some more fuel to it, and we put it on E90. Should run a little cooler, and the cooler it is, the more power it makes. We're looking to lay down some pretty decent numbers. You know, we're not gonna be the big dogs out there, but for an old 91 Model 32, we should do pretty good.
Thank you. You know, you worked your ass off.